Welcome, dear readers, to another electrifying edition of TV Day's Drama Digest, where we dive headfirst into the heart-pounding, emotionally charged world of your favorite soap opera, Days of Our Lives. Today, we're unraveling a mystery that has left fans gasping, clutching their pearls, and frantically refreshing their social media feeds for updates. The question on everyone's lips: does Marlena Evans, the revered psychiatrist and pillar of Salem, know who shot EJ DiMera? And is she hiding a devastating secret to protect someone she loves? Buckle up, because this story is a roller coaster of twists, betrayals, and buried truths that will leave you questioning everything. Picture this: a stormy night in Salem, the kind where thunder rumbles like a warning and secrets seem to linger in the air. EJ DiMera, the charismatic yet polarizing heir to the DiMera legacy, lies bleeding on the cold pavement, a bullet wound threatening to snuff out his life. The town is thrown into chaos as whispers of attempted murder spread like wildfire. Who could have done this? Who had the motive, the opportunity, and the sheer audacity to take aim at one of Salem's most powerful men? Enter Johnny DiMera, EJ's own son, who finds himself at the center of this maelstrom. Johnny, with his brooding charm and complicated relationship with his father, is arrested for the crime. The evidence seems damning. A gun registered to Johnny, found at the scene, with his fingerprints all over it. The police are convinced they've got their man, and the town is buzzing with speculation. But here's where things get murky. Johnny swears he's innocent. In a tearful confrontation with his family, he insists he didn't pull the trigger that fateful night. According to Johnny, he left the gun with EJ after a heated argument, storming off into the night before the shooting occurred. But if Johnny didn't shoot EJ, who did? As the case barrels toward trial, the stakes couldn't be higher. Johnny faces charges of attempted murder, a crime that could tear his life apart and send shockwaves through the DiMera family. The courtroom is a pressure cooker, filled with tense exchanges, tearful testimonies, and revelations that threaten to unravel the very fabric of Salem's tight-knit community. One of the most dramatic moments comes when Paulina Price, Salem's fierce and formidable mayor, takes the stand. Paulina, known for her sharp wit and unyielding moral compass, recalls a chilling conversation with Johnny. She testifies that she overheard him say, "My father deserved it." The words hang heavy in the courtroom, a damning soundbite that sends gasps rippling through the gallery. To the prosecution, it's a smoking gun, a clear indication of Johnny's motive and state of mind. But is it really that simple? Paulina's testimony paints Johnny as a young man consumed by anger, but those who know him best insist there's more to the story. Could Paulina's recollection be skewed by the heat of the moment, or is Johnny hiding a darker side? Meanwhile, another figure is drawn into the fray: Rachel Black, the young daughter of Brady and Kristen, whose innocent exterior masks a world of inner turmoil. Rachel is called to testify, and the courtroom falls silent as this child steps into the spotlight. Her wide eyes and trembling voice betray her fear, not just of the intimidating legal proceedings, but of the possibility that her testimony could send Johnny, someone she cares about deeply, to prison. Rachel's involvement raises eyebrows, as her connection to the case seems tenuous at best. Why is a child being asked to testify in such a high-stakes trial? What does she know, and why is she so afraid? As the trial unfolds, a new player enters the scene: Belle Black Brady, Rachel's mother, and a brilliant attorney with a knack for sniffing out the truth. Belle has been watching the proceedings with a growing sense of unease. Something doesn't add up. The evidence against Johnny is compelling, but it feels too neat, too convenient. And then there's Marlena, Belle's mother, whose behavior has been off. Marlena, the woman who has spent decades helping others uncover their deepest truths, is uncharacteristically tight-lipped. Her calm demeanor and measured responses seem to hide something far more troubling. Belle's instincts kick into overdrive, and she begins to suspect the unthinkable. Marlena knows who shot EJ, and she's protecting them. This revelation sends shockwaves through Belle's world. Marlena, the moral compass of Salem, the woman who has always stood for justice and truth, is keeping a secret that could destroy lives. But why? What could compel Marlena to risk everything, her reputation, her relationships, her very legacy, to shield the true culprit? As Belle digs deeper, she uncovers a trail of clues that point to a shocking possibility. Rachel, her own daughter, may have been the one who pulled the trigger. Let's pause for a moment to consider the gravity of this twist. Rachel, a child caught in the crossfire of Salem's endless dramas, is no stranger to trauma. Her young life has been marked by the chaos of her parents' tumultuous relationship, the weight of the DiMera and Black family legacies, and the constant threat of danger lurking around every corner. Could it be possible that Rachel, in a moment of fear, anger, or confusion, picked up the gun and fired the shot that nearly ended EJ's life? And if so, how could such a young girl process such an act, let alone remember it? Belle's investigation uncovers evidence that suggests Rachel was at the scene of the crime. A witness places a child matching Rachel's description near the location of the shooting, and a piece of physical evidence, a small, forgotten hair clip found near the gun, points directly to her. But the most damning clue comes from Rachel herself. During a quiet moment with Belle, Rachel confesses to having nightmares about that night, fragmented, terrifying dreams of a loud bang, a flash of light, and EJ falling to the ground. She doesn't understand what these dreams mean, but Belle does. Her daughter's memories are not just nightmares, they're repressed fragments of a traumatic event she can't fully process. The idea that Rachel could be the shooter is almost too horrific to contemplate, but it explains Marlena's silence. As a psychiatrist, Marlena would recognize the signs of repressed trauma in Rachel's behavior, the nightmares, the anxiety, the sudden fear of loud noises. Marlena, with her boundless love for her granddaughter, would do anything to protect her, even if it means withholding the truth from the police, the court, and her own daughter. But at what cost? By keeping this secret, Marlena risks letting Johnny take the fall for a crime he didn't commit, tearing apart the DiMera family and her own in the process. As the trial barrels toward its climax, the emotional stakes reach a fever pitch. Johnny, facing the prospect of a life behind bars, grapples with feelings of betrayal and abandonment. He trusted his family to stand by him, but the weight of Paulina's testimony and the lack of a clear alternative suspect make his defense seem hopeless. His relationship with EJ, already strained by years of resentment and misunderstanding, hangs by a thread. If Johnny is convicted, the rift between father and son may never heal. Rachel, meanwhile, is caught in a storm of confusion and guilt. Her young mind struggles to make sense of the fragments she remembers, and the pressure of testifying only deepens her fear. She loves Johnny, looks up to him as a big brother figure, and the thought of him suffering because of her is unbearable. Yet, she can't fully grasp the gravity of what she may have done. Her innocence, once a shield, now feels like a trap, locking her in a cycle of fear and self-doubt. Belle is torn between her duty as a mother and her commitment to justice. Every instinct screams at her to protect Rachel, but she can't ignore the evidence mounting against her daughter. Confronting Marlena becomes inevitable, and when the two women finally face off, the scene is nothing short of explosive. Belle demands answers, accusing Marlena of betraying her trust and jeopardizing Johnny's future. Marlena, caught between her love for her daughter and her need to shield Rachel, struggles to maintain her composure. The confrontation is a masterclass in emotional storytelling, with both women laying bare their fears, regrets, and unbreakable bonds. This storyline isn't just about a single shooting or a single secret. It's a microcosm of everything that makes Days of Our Lives so addictive. Complex family dynamics, moral dilemmas, and the collision of love and loyalty. Marlena's decision to protect Rachel, if true, raises profound questions about the lengths we go to for those we love. Is it right to sacrifice one person's freedom to shield another's innocence? Can a child like Rachel be held accountable for an act she doesn't fully understand? And what happens when the truth finally comes to light, as it inevitably will in Salem? The ripple effects of this mystery touch every corner of the town. The DiMera family, already fractured by years of power struggles and betrayals, faces a new crisis that could redefine their legacy. The Black family, too, is tested as Belle and Brady grapple with their roles as parents and the weight of their daughter's potential involvement. Even Marlena, whose testimony could sway the trial, must confront the possibility that her words could condemn an innocent man. Salem, as always, is a powder keg of emotion, and this storyline is the spark that could set it ablaze. As we await the next episodes, the questions pile up like storm clouds on the horizon. Will Marlena break her silence and reveal what she knows, or will she continue to protect Rachel at all costs? Can Belle uncover the truth without destroying her family in the process? And what about Johnny? Will he find a way to clear his name, or is he destined to pay for a crime he didn't commit? Most importantly, how will Rachel cope with the weight of her actions, and can she find a path to healing in the aftermath of such trauma? One thing is certain, the truth will come out. In Salem, secrets have a way of rising to the surface, no matter how deeply they're buried. When that moment comes, the fallout will be cataclysmic, reshaping relationships and rewriting the future for everyone involved. Will Marlena's silence be her undoing, or will it be the ultimate act of love? Will Rachel's innocence survive the revelation, or will it be lost forever? And can Johnny forgive those who doubted him, even as he fights for his freedom? Dear readers, we want to hear from you. What do you think about this jaw-dropping storyline? Do you believe Marlena is hiding the truth about Rachel, or is there another twist waiting in the wings? Could Johnny be covering for someone else, or is he truly innocent? Head to our social media pages and join the conversation. Your theories, gasps, and predictions are what make TV Days Drama Digest a community. We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe TV Days Drama Digest for more updates on Days of Our Lives.